Most people assume aging is a steady decline, that the body simply wears out and damage becomes permanent. In reality, human biology works very differently. Your body is in a constant state of renewal, replacing and repairing itself at the cellular level every day. Skin cells turn over roughly every 3-4 weeks, the intestinal lining regenerates within days, red blood cells are renewed about every 120 days, and even bone tissue is continuously remodeled through a process known as bone remodeling. This ongoing repair is driven by highly regulated systems like cellular regeneration and protein synthesis, which depend on adequate nutrients, energy, and signaling molecules to function efficiently. When people experience fatigue, inflammation, brain fog, or gradual weakness over time, it's often not because the body has stopped repairing itself, but because the repair processes are undersupplied. Without sufficient amino acids, micronutrients, and metabolic support, these systems slow down or become inefficient. Think of the body as a highly advanced repair facility. The machinery, instructions, and workforce are always active, but without the right raw materials, the work can't be completed. Emerging research in areas like mitochondrial function and chronic inflammation shows that impaired energy production and persistent low-grade inflammation can further disrupt repair cycles, making consistent, nutrient-dense input essential for maintaining optimal function over time. Today, instead of focusing on complex diets or expensive supplements, it's worth paying attention to a few simple foods that have strong scientific backing for supporting the body's repair systems. These are not trends, they're affordable, widely available, and consistently supported by decades of research, yet often overlooked. Starting with eggs, a food that has been misunderstood for years, we find one of the most efficient nutritional tools for recovery and maintenance. In nutritional science, eggs are commonly used as a benchmark for protein quality due to their near-perfect digestibility and amino acid profile. This matters because the body relies on protein synthesis to rebuild tissues, produce enzymes, regulate hormones, and maintain immune defenses. Eggs provide all 9 essential amino acids in proportions that closely match human requirements, giving them a high biological value and making them exceptionally efficient for tissue repair. They are also rich in leucine, a key amino acid that activates muscle protein synthesis through pathways like mTOR, which becomes increasingly important with age as the body's ability to maintain muscle declines. Research consistently shows that inadequate protein intake slows recovery, weakens structural integrity, and accelerates functional decline, whereas high-quality protein sources, like eggs, directly support the body's continuous cycle of breakdown and renewal. The egg yolk is often avoided, yet it holds the majority of the egg's nutritional value. Removing it means losing a dense combination of fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, and E, along with vitamin B12 and several bioactive compounds essential for repair and regulation. Unlike egg whites, which are primarily protein, the yolk provides the micronutrients that support immune function, antioxidant defense, nerve integrity, and cellular signaling. It also contains phospholipids that contribute to cell membrane integrity, a critical factor in maintaining healthy, functional cells. One of the most important nutrients in the yolk is choline, which remains underconsumed in most populations despite its essential role in human physiology. Choline is required for the synthesis of acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter involved in memory, learning, and muscle control, as well as for lipid transport and liver function. Insufficient intake has been linked to disruptions in liver lipid metabolism, increasing the risk of fat accumulation and metabolic stress. Because egg yolks are among the richest natural dietary sources of choline, regular consumption is strongly associated with better cognitive support and liver health, particularly in the context of long-term nutritional adequacy. For years, eggs were linked to heart disease largely through observational associations rather than direct causation. More recent and better controlled research has clarified that, for most healthy individuals, dietary cholesterol has a limited impact on blood cholesterol levels and does not significantly increase cardiovascular risk. This is because the body tightly regulates cholesterol through cholesterol homeostasis. When intake rises, internal production in the liver typically decreases. Cholesterol itself is not inherently harmful. It is essential for hormone synthesis, maintaining cell membrane integrity, and enabling processes like vitamin D production. Rather than contributing to arterial damage, whole foods like eggs provide nutrients that support repair, metabolic balance, and overall physiological stability. Moving beyond building blocks, the next level of repair depends on how efficiently the body processes and utilizes those nutrients. This is where Greek yogurt and kefir play a critical role, primarily through their influence on the gut microbiome, the body's central hub for regulation. The gut contains trillions of microorganisms that function almost like an additional organ, actively shaping immune activity, inflammatory responses, and even communication along the gut-brain axis. Research consistently shows that this microbial ecosystem affects how well nutrients are absorbed, how inflammation is controlled, and how signals are transmitted throughout the body. With a significant portion of immune function localized in the gut, maintaining a balanced microbiome becomes essential not just for digestion, but for efficient repair, resilience, and long-term health. When the gut microbiome becomes imbalanced, a state often referred to as dysbiosis, the effects extend far beyond digestion. People commonly experience fatigue, brain fog, digestive discomfort, and increased inflammation, along with weakened immune resilience. This happens because the gut plays a central role in regulating immune signaling, nutrient absorption, and even neurological communication. When this system is disrupted, the body's repair efficiency declines across multiple levels. This is where probiotic-rich foods like Greek yogurt and kefir become especially valuable. They provide beneficial bacteria such as lactobacillus and bifidobacterium, which have been shown to reinforce the gut barrier, reduce intestinal permeability, and improve how nutrients are absorbed and utilized. These microbes also help regulate inflammatory signaling, which is critical because chronic low-grade inflammation can significantly slow down tissue repair. By stabilizing this internal environment, the body can carry out repair processes more effectively and consistently. Beyond probiotics, Greek yogurt offers a second advantage through its high-quality protein content, particularly casein, which digests slowly and provides a steady release of amino acids. This supports ongoing muscle protein synthesis and helps preserve lean tissue, making it especially useful for aging individuals, physically active people, or those recovering from stress or illness. However, one major issue often overlooked is added sugar. Excess sugar intake can disrupt microbial balance and counteract probiotic benefits. Choosing plain, unsweetened options ensures that the gut environment remains supportive rather than compromised. Superfood #3. Bananas, muscles, energy. Bananas may seem simple, but they play a meaningful role in maintaining internal balance. They are a rich source of potassium, a key electrolyte involved in nerve transmission, muscle contraction, and maintaining stable heart rhythm through processes like electrolyte balance. In addition, bananas provide easily accessible carbohydrates for energy and contain prebiotic fibers that nourish beneficial gut bacteria, further supporting the systems responsible for repair and regulation. Potassium is one of the most overlooked yet essential minerals in human physiology, playing a central role in muscle contraction, nerve signaling, heart rhythm regulation, and maintaining fluid balance through processes like electrolyte balance. Despite its importance, many people fall short of adequate intake, which can lead to fatigue, muscle cramps, weakness, and irregular heartbeat sensations. Bananas stand out as one of the most accessible natural sources, helping restore this balance while also providing carbohydrates that are quickly converted into usable energy. When paired with protein or healthy fats, they contribute to more stable blood sugar levels by supporting glycemic control, making them effective for sustained energy, post-exercise recovery, and reducing energy crashes. Beyond energy, bananas also support the gut through their prebiotic fiber content. This directly influences the efficiency of gut microbiome, reinforcing digestion and the body's broader repair systems. When combined with other foundational foods, their role becomes even more impactful. Eggs supply complete amino acids necessary for rebuilding tissues, yogurt and kefir optimize absorption and regulate immune responses, and bananas stabilize energy and support neuromuscular function. Together, they create a coordinated effect, supporting faster recovery, reducing inflammation, improving digestion, and maintaining consistent energy levels. The broader takeaway is simple but often overlooked. The body is not inherently failing with time. It is continuously working to repair and adapt. However, these processes depend entirely on the inputs it receives. Through mechanisms like cellular regeneration, the body is constantly rebuilding itself, but it requires consistent nutritional signals to do so effectively. Food is more than fuel. It acts as biological information that directs how the body functions. When those signals are consistent and nutrient-dense, the body responds with greater efficiency, stability, and resilience, quietly supporting real, long-term repair.